Hey my dear boys and girls, welcome back again to your favorite astrology channel, and which is Jopiman Astrology. And today in this video we're gonna talk about something about your spouse and like marriage life and some more important thing about yourself also. So guys, in this video we're gonna see like the planet which is like the seventh from the moon technique by making the moon ascendant, and we're gonna discuss about that. Now guys, I would like to tell you before you move forward, you can directly take consultation from us. We have created a website now. It's so simple. You can go there, link in description and the comment section below. You can just click there and just click of a button you can just simply purchase directly consultation from us as the instruction are given on the website, and then we will just help you out in the consultation. Okay guys, so for that, links are in comment section and description. You can purchase consultation also. Now guys, before wasting any more time, let's get started. Now guys, see, basically in Vedic astrology there's a lot of things that we see for like the different purposes. So like for example, to see your spouse married life, people see D1 chart, 7th house of D1 chart, then Darakar ka, then D9 chart, then some people also see D7 chart depending upon how you see things, then like the placement of D1 and D9 and a lot of things. But one of the most important thing also people see is the moon lagna chart, right? Like the moon chart, because moon is your like important thing. It's like your mind, it's like your emotions and all these kind of things. So that's why people also see that. Okay, that's also have importance. So guys, in this video what we gonna do, that what I want you see in your D1 chart, wherever the moon is placed, you're gonna have to see that. Just make that house your ascendant. Okay, let's say for an example, moon is placed in your 8th house, then just make your 8th house ascendant and place the planet in the respected sign as they are in. Okay, and this is called to be as your moon ascendant. Okay, I don't care in which house your moon is. Let's say for an example, your moon is in 10th house, then make your 10th house ascendant and place the planet in as same sign as they are in your D1 chart. Now your wherever your moon is placed, it become your ascendant. Now you have to see the 7th house from the moon. Okay, 7th house from the moon, whichever planet is there in the 7th house from the moon, we gonna see something about your spouse married life and also yourself as per that planet. Now if no planet is there in the 7th house from the moon, then what you need to see, you need to basically see which your 7th lord is from the moon. Okay, so if there is planet present, then see that. If no planet is present, then obviously see the 7th lord, okay, from the moon obviously. So now guys, if you are a male, obviously you can watch this video for a wife. If you are a female, you can watch this video for a husband. So now let's get started. So let's say sun is placed from the 7th house from the moon. Okay, so from the moon, if sun is placed in the 7th house, then you could be good in trading and business. Okay, so you know, it also shows that you strongly connected to your spouse and married life, and also you are deeply committed to make your marriage work. Okay, when sun is placed 7th house from the moon, you are attracted to the opposite sex and never lack opportunity for love and relationship. You are outgoing and enjoy talking with everyone, even the strangers. You can be good at selling, right? And can be good at convincing others, selling other, right? These things can also be seen. You know, you make good impression on other, especially about your partner, etc. You make a very good impression in attracting your partner. Okay, now because of sun is there from the 7th from the moon, it may also possible, because of sun, it may also possible that you know, you have no problem or no trouble in meeting other and making friendship and love, etc. It may also possible that when sun is placed in the 7th from the moon, that the partner can be of different religion or nationality, right? Or there may be little bit dowry problem, right? Like if you are from like countries where dowry like India, So dowry, like you feel like insufficient dowry can, sometime see. uh See, I will talk little bit about the negative side also, so that you can just understand and just ready to be mentally to solve just a little bit, right, to help you in this video also. It may also possible that you may fall in love with someone, but your parents, or I can say especially your father, may object you about the marriage. So you have to get ready to convince them if you want to do love marriage kind of thing, because of this placement. Now when sun is there in the seventh house, the spouse could be strong willed, determined, and a bossy type of individual, like actually, and this case even increase if your sun is exalted in the seventh house, right, like the seventh from the moon. Then it's like, spouse could be like, sun should not be in high power in the seventh house, because in that case what the problem is, unless there is like the aspect of benefic planet, that is like a good thing. Otherwise the spouse could be like so controlling and dominating kind of bossy kind of spouse can be seen, right? So I'm telling you all these things so that you must have to be ready, that if let's say you will get little bit of this kind of spouse, just try to adjust instead of complaining and all these kind of, because of this placement you have now. It may also possible that there are other some planet like conjunct or aspect and all these kind of thing will reduce that. So that's really a good thing. For that full horoscope consultation is required. You can take that from comment section below, and the links of website given in the comment and the description. In some rarest cases, or I can say worst cases, the partner could be selfish also, right? But obviously you do not need to panic by listening all that, or full consultation is required. I'm just telling you general thing. Now today my goal is to tell you the good and bad thing little bit of, so that you can also be ready for, the partner has most power in relationships. See, when there's sun in like over here in this position, so you must have to understand that your partner will try to control this relationship between you and her, or like between you and him. So you must have to be ready to give charge to him instead of fighting and doing like all these kind of thing, right? Because otherwise if let's say that your partner will be dominating because you have sun over here, and now you think that I am also dominating, so in that case what will happen? You will end up in relationship, right? Your relationship will be end if you both try to control, manipulate. The good thing about astrology is that by listening all these stuff, by reading your chart and all these kind of things, you can get like, okay, these things of like thing can be there in my life, so I have to face it, right? Let's say for an example, in your chart, I'm not talking about this one, I'm giving you example. Let's say for an example, in anyone's chart it is shown that you must need to have a really bad heartbreak before falling in love with someone, or before finding true love. So you have to face that, like, unfortunately. What can we do if God has given us, because of our past life karma, all these things? So we have to face it, unfortunately. But as the time pass, obviously there's problematic, I can understand that, but after some time you will overcome, and karmas will be, so that's why I'm telling you. So the good thing is that you have to be mentally prepared, and just try to adjust yourself according to that. Now, one bad thing about this placement, that if you, let's say for an example, you have breakup, you have sun from the seventh from the moon, and you have breakup. The problem with you is that after breakup you just try to run fast and jump into another relationship, then another breakup, then another relationship, without even thinking, without ever taking your time. You just jump into lots of relationships. That's really a problem, right? So if let's say you have breakup in the past, now just give yourself time, understand, do something, like heal yourself, do something that's like that you feel that heal. Try to find those activity. Let's say for example, for me, I like traveling, but I travel to different places, meet different country people, different culture people. I really feel amazing, I feel healed. In the same way, you must need to find something that can heal you, instead of just jumping from one relationship to another relationship. Just take your time, and after that plan wisely, okay? One thing you should understand is that because of sun there, you must have to be subservient, right, in married life. If you want your married life to be good, one thing can I advise from over here, that although the partner, the good thing can be that partner can be in a government position, be in own business, or like a very respected person, could be like a famous also, and there's a lot of positive also. But like the negative side is that he or she will be dominating and he or she will be control your relationship. Now of course this can be different. If like some feminine planet is like there, it can be in feminine sign, and like some aspects of planets, then it things will be changed, then it will possible that your spouse will also try to adjust. But depending upon the sign, or generally I can advise you that if you have this position, then always try to ready to be subservient in relationship, try to adjust. If your wife is like, or husband is like dominating, then just try to adjust. This is the best thing that you can do for your married life. Okay, so guys, this is all about the sun, seventh from the moon. Now guys, let's move to second planet, which is moon. Now you can say that how can it possible that you have moon seventh from the moon? See, I'm talking about the Cancer sign. If you have Cancer sign 7 from the moon, in that case you can watch this video. So if you have Cancer sign 7 from the moon, and then in that case it's good, because obviously sun is like, obviously moon is aspecting its own sign. In that sense it's good. So if so it shows that person will be, have a very happy married life because of this, position. And also when moon is there in 7th house of D1 chart, it can also show a very good happy married life. Also this position show that it's like a very good kind of a partner you will get, right, who will remain head over heels in love with his partner. The partner or the person is like, romantic, highly passionate and sensual also, and also you are also sensual by this placement. You will get a spouse who is beautiful, powerful, prosperous, talented, and could be famous also. When sun, when sorry, moon is there, like the moon sign, seventh from the moon, the partner could be famous, prosperous, talented person. And the good thing that he will be very nurturing and caring person. That is the best thing that I like. If you are a male especially and you have this, that's really amazing, because your spouse could be, your wife could be loving, caring, she will cook for you, she will take care of you, she will nurture you, she will take care of you like your mother, right? So that's really amazing. If you get such a beautiful, like caring women, that's amazing. And then for women also it may possible that you may get partner who has like nurturing kind of quality. So in that way it's really good. They are very soft and like a sensitive kind of person, emotional also. So if you have this placement, it's not try to ever hurt your partner, because they could be emotional. If you hurt them, they will feel, they will cry. So just try to be loyal with them and don't try to hurt them. Okay, there is a great emotional nature of the person, because obviously moon is expecting its own sign. So you have a strong bond relationship, but again I am telling you that never try to hurt your partner, because they will be sensitive and emotional. So you just try to be, because overall it's like a good thing, because if you get someone who is like, such a good person, who just take marriage in a good way, nurture you, care you, so in that case it's like, good. But of course it can also be changed if there is some other planet aspect conjunction, depending upon how it is. For that, personal consultation is required. You can take that from the link in description. Now due to this moon kind of things, it may also possible that uh, he or she will be good looking and attractive also, and also you have attraction for opposite sex, right? Now it may also possible that person could do well in trading or business. Okay, now let's talk about another planet, which is Mars. If Mars is there 7th from the moon, then the person marry at early age due to physical attraction. Now you have Mars and from the moon, may possible that you may physically attracted to someone, and then you get married to that particular person because of physical attraction, my dear boys and girls. So you have to be careful about that, because physical attraction doesn't mean the true love. True love is something which is like, in which you are beyond that. Physical attraction lasts for like maybe some nights or some month, but true love will last for end of your life. Okay, so you have to be clever, or like can say that use your intelligence, right? Now see, basically I would not like to tell the negative thing, but still I would like to add a bit so that you can be, mentally prepared or like adjust. There can be some arguments or fighting in your relationship. But I want to ask you, in which relationship does not? No matter how good or bad your planets are placed, there will be little bit of problem in every relationship. Okay, first thing, just relax. Now if there is Mars in this position, then there can be a bit more. I can say yes, I can understand that, but depending upon how it is placed, or like how can, if it's strong, then it can be more problematic, because obviously then it's like, a strong soldier in married, home kind of things. He must not be in home, he must be in a battlefield, right? But if he come over here at your home, then it's like, you know he wants to do all that kind of thing in your home. So I hope you understand, I'm giving example in terms of seventh house, that's why. So the good thing is that, if you want your relationship to protect, etc., then just try to uh, control that person by love and care, instead of fighting and doing all these kind of stuff, arguments. Because if you know that you have this placement, it may possible that your spouse can be by this nature, right, or have this nature. Now if you also show this kind of nature, then can you understand how bad will be there? There will definitely be break in the relationship. If you also show this kind of like the angry nature, and your spouse will also have, then it's like a problematic. So now as you know astrology, or you are learning astrology, it's your responsibility. Then you just try to calm down yourself, okay, and also try to somehow explain to your husband or wife. Just try to make your relationship work by learning all this thing. Although there are good thing also, that there again I am adding that if there is some planet conjunction, depending upon which sign, nakshatra, and lot of things can change depending upon which dharokarka and other placement. But generally I am telling you, I'm giving you some advices. Now it may also possible that because of their Mars, their spouse could be uh, do physical activity, and likes to be in like for example, he could be likes adventure sports, could like running, could like doing physical activity to keep their body fit. And obviously he or she will be attractive by, because they will keep their body fit by this placement. uh, Now but person is obviously attractive, assertive, you know and it may also possible that your spouse could have fiery type, kind of a red hair kind of thing, reddish brown hair. um uh because of this placement, spouse could be aggressive, argumentative, and a very physical kind of a person, okay. So obviously you have to deal in this position marriage with your intelligence. I am just telling you again and again. So I am just telling you these things so that you can just understand, right? Now spouse could be involved in computer technology, sports, could be in armed forces, military, police, etc. Profession, it can also be possible. Obviously spouse could be competitive and likes to compete with others, so become powerful and successful person. uh, this is also a kind of a, if it's in like the manglik position, like for example, if somehow this is like a from moon, like if Mars is there in the seventh house from moon chart, then it is also a manglik position. So it's a good idea to marry someone depending, but for that we have to see D1 chart also for manglik position, moon certain houses, sorry, Mars in certain houses in D1 chart, and the moon chart we have to see. Then it's a good idea to marry someone from like the a manglik person who also have the same position, so that the dosha will cancel. But if you are from western country, where like the, or like from any country, you like arranged marriage, or like you do love marriage, then it's a good idea to marry after 28, 29, or 30, or like in your early 30s, because at that time like the maturity is there, or I can say in simple language for your understanding, that the negative or the malefic effect of Mars will just goes down. So so there is very less chances of any breakage or fighting, because marrying, like simply for an example, I would like to give you a simple statement. If you have this position, then try to marry after 28. It's really a good idea, or better is like in your early 30. Okay, I hope you get it. Now next is Mercury. Let's talk about Mercury. If you have Mercury like the seventh from the moon, then the spouse would be young, youthful, like the youthful looking spouse. it may possible that in this case spouse can be younger than you, or he, if he is like the same age like you, then it may possible that he will look or she will look youthful, she will look less age than its actual age. Okay, now appearance will be youthful, spouse will be extremely intelligent, or I can say clever person, very expressive kind of expression is there, could be talkative also, right? Very talkative, very expressive. um you know, he or she may like traveling also, right? They would like to travel to different places or different country. And they are also, it may possible that they are very freedom loving kind of person, good in communication, these things can be seen. Now Mercury is a changeable, or I can say the dual nature planet. So if it's aspected by the good planet, having the good aspect depending upon your chart, etc., then it's really a good thing. you know Otherwise it may also possible that a spouse may show like their dual behavior. Like for example, I'm telling you some things over here which are different, so that you can obviously ready to adapt according to situation. So it may possible that because of this you may feel that, okay, yesterday my spouse is saying that he's not like the cold weather, and today he's saying, or today she's saying that she doesn't like the hot weather. Like what this? So it's like a dual standard. So these things can also be possible. So get ready for this. I have given you one example, it can also be possible in other aspect of your life. Okay, so it may also possible that, let's say, your spouse can say, hey honey, let's go to have, like, let's go for a restaurant to have food. And then after 10 minutes you get ready and they're like, oh, I think it's not a good idea to go for a restaurant, let's have food today over here in the home. And then you're like, what? 10 minutes back you said that we have to go to restaurant, but then he or she is like, oh, I don't think so now. And then after 5 minutes she again like, oh, I think we should go. So it's like a changing nature can be seen. Like for example, I'm just giving you some examples. But yes, obviously she will have, or he will have, extraordinary communication skills, good communication skills. uh, Deep and long lasting love can also be seen. uh, your spouse could be successful in business, or succeed in business, or like communication intelligence related field, because of this Mercury influence. And he or she could enjoy trade, commerce, and also interacting with other, like selling anything. He could also have, or she could also have good selling skills. um he or she will be like happier and like the fine appearance person, and extremely intelligent, intellectual, very intellectual oriented, and a successful. He or she could also get success in writing related field, media, communication, traveling, right? All these kind of things. Now also, as I discussed, that depending upon planet and conjunction aspect, all these kind of things can be changed. So we're gonna have to see that. For that, full horoscope consultation is required. uh, Also it may possible that due to this, she or she would like to like finely dress. Now let's talk about next planet, which is Jupiter. You have Jupiter 7th from the moon, then spouse could be happy, healthy, and also a good looking person. And it may also possible that your spouse could be loyal and a very good person, have interest in spiritual things, or I can say things related to spirituality. Also he or she could have good wisdom, could be teacher, professor also. A very honored and highly respected person can be seen. Even at their childhood or like early age, they start to gain good, like you see some persons, they have something in their aura, or I can say in their personality, that people feel like this person is very very nice, he's like a very pure soul. So that kind of spouse you can get. Now of course you must need to see other placement, conjunction aspects, obviously, to analyze the full chart. Again, consultation is required, but generally these things can be possible. Because of this, you know Jupiter there as you respect your moon, so it's also possible that you yourself also socially attractive and desirable by others. Okay. It may also possible that because of this placement, spouse could be confident and attract other people also for good reason. Now, for this placement for you, marriage is like the joy for you. It's like the source of joy, I can say. And obviously, you will have a beautiful, wealthy, and a very special spouse. Very, I can say, very, very good-hearted, kind-hearted kind of a person. Marriage partner is obviously your spouse is like good character person, spiritual, religious, and business partnership can also be favored in this situation for you as you have this placement. Now spouse could be compassionate, diplomatic also because of this placement. Okay, but overall because of Jupiter as I told you is like the blessings of the god, so it's overall a good thing. Now spouse can be optimistic and like selling, like can sell things also, although it's like a more mercurier thing, but still like you know and they may also have interest in philanthropy kind of things, giving charity, psychology, like all these kind of things, social and outgoing and interacting with the people kind of personality of its spouse can be seen by this placement. So overall it's really a good thing, right? So Jupiter is actually the best planet if you have planets and from Asia. So I like the Jupiter as the best because it's really amazing. Now let's talk about Venus. Venus 7 from the moon. So guys, if you have 7 from the moon Venus, then uh, your spouse could be obviously beautiful, like charming personality, very creative, unique, and I can say the person who can work in some creative field also, very attractive, have a good sexual appeal. Also you yourself because of this placement have attractive, you feel attractive towards opposite sex. Okay, because you have this placement, and also it's like a moon Venus kind of a mutual aspect is forming over here because of Venus is there 7 from the moon, so that's why it's like a also it makes you yourself emotional, right, because of this placement, and you never lack love opportunity, etc. Also because of this placement it's like a good placement, you have a good spouse, you have a beautiful spouse, right, you have a good loving romantic kind of a passionate very artistic type of spouse, right. The spouse will have a beautiful voice, sweet voice, very sensitive and romantic kind of a person, maybe artist by profession can also be seen. But the problem that here is seen that you yourself become extremely sensual, due to which you have good spouse, you will have beautiful spouse, but you try to indulge in multiple affairs relationship, due to which you will have problem in married life. Venus is there, it's extremely amazing, you're in terms of wife etc you will be lucky, but the problem is that you will face problem in relationship because of your habits, your habit in indulging with other male and female. So if you have this placement, just try to control yourself, you will have amazing partner, but if you try to control yourself then it's really uh, you know good for your married life. See, obviously Venus give too much passion intensity in the area, I hope you understand. So that's why I just advise you that if if you want your married life or like amazing, then you have to control your intimacy, and I hope you getting making relation with like extramarital relation, all these kind of stuff. If you avoid that, then you will have a good married life. Okay. Now, it may actually make you overly sensual. Spouse can be good. Spouse is like beautiful, attractive, charismatic, artistic. But again, for you, it's like you have to control yourself in this position. It may also possible that a spouse could be popular or like the famous also because of this placement, and it make your married life happy, amazing. But again, I can advise you just one thing, that just try to control yourself. Okay. So this is all about Venus. Now let's talk about next planet, which is Saturn. If you have Saturn 7th from the moon, then you know it's like relationship, or what I can say, that relationship and married life could long lasting, right? I have seen that long lasting. Spouse can be whether like the older in age than you, or he or she, if like the same age, then he or she will look older, like by face or by their body structure they will look older in age. Also, uh, like if she is like the same age of you, then she will look like the more age, like the elder kind of a thing. Okay. Or I can say she will have a very older kind of appearance, or maybe older, or I can say elder in age, like the, she will be more age than you, or I can say he will be more age than you. Now guys, I am using again she because I am a male. So I naturally, it's like natural for me to use she, so you can understand according to your, uh, you know, gender, right? So it's both he and she. So it's like, if Saturn is there, spouse will be less romantic, little bit, less like all these kind of thing, but more practical person. uh, he will be like, good with you, try to long last kind of thing with marriage, but very practical approach toward life. And also she or he will give you practical advices in your life. Like they don't just run into things just by seeing them, they would like to see if it's practical or not. So that kind of personality. So it may also possible, guys, that they say that if Saturn is there, so it's like a karma which is back to you from the past life in terms of marriage, right? So it means that you may have some connection with your spouse, that the karma that you have to pay off in marriage. So again, I'm not saying that it's like good or bad, I'm just saying that it's like a general thing that you can understand by the placement of different planet. uh, Again, we have to see all these things like the conjunction aspects, etc., etc. So these are the general thing. Now guys, Saturn in the 7th from the moon can also give delays in marriage. Now again, I have seen people with Saturn, even they marry at the age of 21, and I have seen people they marry late age. So but the good thing is that in the person who marry early, they have certain dashas and certain aspects or like conjunction due to which it happen, and the other person would get married late, they have different things. So again, full horoscope consultation is required, but generally they say because Saturn is slowest moving planet, so it give delay in marriage. But the good thing is that because of this delay, it will give things for long time. So if you see my video on Vladimir Putin, Russia's president chart, so in his chart is giving him late delayed success, but he's giving him the success for the longer time, right? I have explained that. You should watch that video if you haven't watched it till now. See guys, Saturn in the 7th house doesn't mean that your spouse will be like bad in appearance or looks wise is not good. See, I have seen even people who have like this Saturn as 7th lord in D1, or like the Saturn 7th, even then their spouse will be beautiful. Why? Because we need to see a lots of things for spouse, for other placements. Certain planet may be there in some other houses, there may be conjunction, there may be aspect, then dharakarka nakshatra, according to that things will change. But if just by seeing one thing, you cannot say that you will have everything bad. But generally these things will be there. Yes, there will be like your spouse may have like less interest in love romance kind of thing, he will be more like a practical person. Or also it may be possible that they maybe likes to do some charity also, right? These kind of things can also be possible. uh, there may be, they may be very matured and disciplined person. Maturity level of your spouse will extremely high, it may like seen again and again. And also there will be, they will be very disciplined person. Okay. And aged, like in appearance or like in age old kind of a person. uh, and very practical and disciplined kind of person generally seen when Saturn is there in your 7th house. uh, Now guys, if we talk about the Rahu Ketu, so I think it's not a good idea to generalize like the Rahu Ketu over here. But yes, some points I can talk both about Rahu Ketu. If they are in seventh house, it's possible that spouse can be from different culture, different caste, different religion, different country, depending upon other planets, etc. A spouse can have uh, sometime interest in mantras, etc. Spouse can be materialistic also. Spouse can be, love to travel to foreign lands, like the foreign brands, clothes, foreign things, and materialistic kind of things is important for spouse. Extremely intelligent, or I can say clever, or in worst cases cunning spouse can also be possible. So it's like actually something different. There will be something different when you have Rahu Ketu in the seventh house. So uh, but guys, would not like to say that this or that, like hell kind of things, like bad things. I just try to avoid that, because again, if you say, if I say that, then you guys start to run panic and like, so it's not a good idea to say these things, because we need to see which dasha is running. We need to see what kind of like aspect, etc. is there. So generally these things, like something different is seen by both Rahu and Ketu. I would not like to speak about this planet like uh, in separately. I just generalize over here so that you can at least get some good things or ideas. So guys, this is all about uh, planet 7 from the moon, or like the moon lagna, some generalized idea I have given. Hope you guys enjoy this video. If you want personal consultation, then you can take it by the link in the description, and I will catch you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.